Oh, hey, Jamie, that's me here. Welcome back to the channel. Listen, y'all, I don't know what's really going on in Bravo land. Like, of course, I know what's going on because we've been talking about it. Wendy Oselfo's allegations, and charges, whatever y'all want to label it, y'all, this week, next week, or whatever. Okay, I know y'all like Jamie. It's not what we labeling it, honey. It's what the feds is labeling. You right? Back up off me. Okay, damn. You right. It's what the police and people, sheriffs and all of that is saying. It's insurance fraud at this time. It's a piece of allegation, girl. We gotta confirm that she guilty. But anyway, scoot back up off me just a little bit. Damn. But we got the Wendy situation. We also have Mia over there stealing people furniture, honey. And we got into that on yesterday. And come to find out, when I was wondering who this Jared McGriff person was that she was rooming with, whole time it was Ink. Ink is the Jared McGriff person. Child, and y'all was giving the police a grifters. But anyway, the issue is the fact that this man had you move down to Atlanta and left you in more of a bind than you already were in when it came down to Gordon, right? It was kind of like you probably should have stayed over there with him. But if you ain't happy, like, don't just stay. I mean, some people stay for survival, but whatever, girl. Whatever the case is, I'm wondering if Ink also got arrested because not only did she steal the furniture, didn't he participate in stealing the furniture as well? I feel like more details are going to come out at a later time regarding that. But not only do we have that situation going on, we just learned that Jen Shaw is expected to be released from prison. Let me see exactly when they said that she's going to be released, because I do believe that is going to be this year, from my understanding. So it looks like she's supposed to be released on December 10th, y'all. That's in a few weeks, just in time for the holidays. You know what I'm saying? More so Christmas and New Year's. Now, I thought she was supposed to be in there for like 5, 7 years or something, but they did say she served over 2 years. So, I mean, okay, girl, I guess she gonna go ahead and slide on back to the house. So, congrats to her. Now, she may slide on the ice like the escapades and get you, yeah, the mama. Listen, she may slide on the ice down to her house, but she not gonna slide on the ice back onto that show, right? And now, I would not mind seeing it. And in my personal, I feel like I could see Lisa Barlow concocting some type of scheme to maybe bring Jen Shaw back in an effort to get at Miss Heather. Based on how Heather was showing up, do the girls really need her over there? Not really. Oops, they don't. I feel like the ladies is working it. Even Brittany, and she may get on my nerves, but even Brittany, like, they don't really have a need or a necessity. They don't have none of that for Jen Shaw, but she is expected to get out. And I think after a year or so of, getting her life back together, being back amongst the people, the free people, I wouldn't be surprised if she tries to see if she can navigate her way back over into the circle of Bravo, right? Whether they're going to allow that, IDK. IDK. I'm sure Heather is going to fight tooth and nail for her to not return, but child, I don't know. Okay. And I did hear there was some issues or whatever that Jen Shaw had with Andy Cohen. I think they had some things. I thought they squashed it, but you just never know. All right. But either way, honey, good luck to them. And then after we got all of this news about some of the housewives and what's been going on, I mean, it's been coming one after the other. We learn about a longtime housewife, Kandi Burruss. Kandi Burruss Tucker, unfortunately, is filing for a divorce from Todd Tucker. You guys know that they've been married for over 10 years. I believe it's been 11 years at this point. A lot of people were already speculating that these two had been broken up because they weren't really seeing them together for real, for real. Right? I know, like, over the summer, I think for like his birthday or something, they were celebrating on a boat with Fatum. I don't know if you guys remember Fatum, that was on the show once upon a time. And I think Fatum tried to come at Drew. But Fatum was on the show and it looks like they were all hanging out with her. And it was rumors about her being the third person in their relationship and stuff. It was just so much people were saying. And I was like, is they doing something with Fatum? This looks like just a good old, friend hangout type thing. But IDK, there's been rumors. There's been times where people have said, oh, I seen Todd out over here with this person, that person. But I don't feel like a lot of people thought too much into it or cared too much about it because Kandi has been pretty vocal about allowing threesomes, within her marriage or whatever the case is. So I don't think a lot of people really cared too much about. I'm not gonna say cared, but they didn't have much to say about it because some people probably thought their marriage was open at once upon a time, and at this time we don't know the true reasons. I'm just telling you guys that there was some speculation about them not being together and him being caught out with this person and that person and stuff, and them not really seeing them in pictures together and things, you know. So I don't know. I do have my own speculations as to why I think these two may have broken up, but I'll just say that, child, and let me just say this. Definitely sending love and support over to these two. They have been together for 11 years. I love me some Kandi. All right. I think Kandi is a very sweet person. I really like Kandi, and it's unfortunate. And with this announcement coming, it's like, well, you just never know what may happen in a few months. They may be able to reconcile, right? Some part of me felt like Janet Jackson, fix it, fix it, fix it, fix it. That's kind of how I was feeling. And I said, well, you know what? Maybe they've been trying to. Maybe she's been trying to fix it for the past year or two, and she finally has come to this place where she just tired of fixing it. She don't want to do it no more. Right? You gotta respect what people choose to do with their life. And if she doesn't want that no more, she just don't want it no more. Right. But earlier that day, more people were speculating that they weren't together because she took the last name out her Instagram bio, and then hours later, Kandi talked with People magazine, and when she talked to them, she pretty much gave them a statement. I want us to get into what Kandi had to say, right? So this is what Kandi says to People. She says, after deep thought and a lot of prayer, I've made the decision to move forward with a divorce. She says, this is a difficult and emotional time, but my focus remains on protecting my peace, being the best mother I can be, and co-parenting with love and respect. She says, I'm stepping into a new chapter, pouring into my work, my family, and my own growth. I'm grateful to everyone who supported us throughout the years, and I ask for privacy, grace, and understanding as we navigate this transition with our family, because people do got to understand these two have two children together, two little babies. And I do believe that it is Blaze's birthday, or at least it's her birthday weekend. Right. So they're probably going to have to come together for that, save face or whatever, after dropping this bomb that these two are going to be divorcing soon. Uh, they met on the show because I believe that he was like one of the people in production. Right, they went over to Africa. Y'all remember that when they went over to Africa and they told Kandi that she was gonna be meeting her partner on this trip, and she was like, and Phaedra swears up and down, honey, that she was the one to introduce them. Just like she got over there on BravoCon on the red carpet talking about she was the one that told Kandi about housewives looking for people, and it would be a great opportunity when we all thought that Tiny told Kandi that. Child. Listen, I still like me a piece of Phaedra too, girl. I'm not gonna hold. I still like me a piece of Phaedra, but girl, cut it out, okay? Try to take credit for everything. So you finna take credit for the divorce too, girl? Damn. Anyway, so yeah, they met many years ago. Y'all know Mama Joyce never seemed to have liked Todd at all. So a lot of people, including myself, are like, how are you responding to this? I would hope that there's a ounce of sadness with this situation, that hey, your family is being altered. Like I don't know a single parent that wants to, and there may be some out here, child, but I don't know a single parent that would really want to sit here and watch their child be hurt while they go through this divorce. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people probably thinking that Mama Joyce around here smiling and hee-heeing and ha-haing. And that may not even be the case. She might be sad. Maybe she's grown to like Todd just a little piece, okay? But I do feel like Aunt Bertha, it was a scheme that Todd set up to come to us with the bullshit. For Kandi to have to come down here to tell us that she's leaving. She's ending this, you know? And I am glad that it did not happen on the show. I'm not gonna hold y'all. I'm glad that it didn't happen on the show to where we see this, because we see so many divorces that actually I'm so tired of seeing divorces, child. Oh, it's just like every other. Oh, it's like, girl, I'm so sick. I'm tired. I hate it. I hate it. But if that's what it is, unfortunately, that's just what it is. Right. Y'all know when they got married, Todd and Kandi, Kandi was very adamant about that prenup. Kandi was playing no games about that prenup. So I am wondering, with this being the 11th year, and it's none of my business, but I still can wonder and ask questions, right? What does that look like with the prenup? What does that look like? Does he get anything? I would think he doesn't get anything, but I don't know. And I did come across this post over here on Threads that I want us to get into. Now, granted, this we're gonna entertain this for a little piece and understand that this may not be all actual factual, okay? But we're gonna entertain it for just a little piece. So let's get over here to Threads to see exactly what they had to say. So I came across this post, and it's out of Toronto, ironically. And so they're saying Kandi Burruss and Todd Tucker are divorcing. They go on to say Kandi walked into marriage knowing love is cute, but assets are cuter. Her prenup is one of the strongest in Housewives history. That's what I want to believe too. Okay. Kandi keeps everything she earned before the marriage: music royalties, escape money, TV plus producing credits, bedroom Kandi, businesses, all hers. I would want to believe that that is the case. And maybe Kandi opened up and talked about this in a previous podcast interview or something, but as it should all be hers. Okay. You didn't put in on this, so I won't want to put out on it. Hello? Hello. So yeah, let's keep going. They go on to say that Todd doesn't have rights to her pre-existing businesses. If they started something together, they split based on involvement, not automatic 50-50. Separate assets stay separate. If Kandi bought it, it's Kandi's. If Todd bought it, it's Todd's, right? Now, let's keep going. Actually, before we go into more, I'm starting to wonder about shortly after Kandi made the exit and the decision to step away from Real Housewives of Atlanta, I started to think about, her kind of like closing some. I don't think they really closed a lot of businesses. I do believe that OLG on Peter Street closed. I'm not sure if the OLG is still open in the State Farm Arena, but I do believe that Blaze Steak, what is it, Steak and Seafood. I do believe that that has shut down. So I don't. I'm wondering. What's in my head is like, did those businesses shut down because they were actually failing, or was that the beginning of let's go ahead and start separating stuff or something? Not necessarily sure, but just a question. So then let's get into Riley. They're saying that her future is locked down. Todd has no access to her trust, inheritance, or assets set aside for her. Okay, this is what they're saying, and I would want to believe that this is indeed true, right? Yeah, none of her stuff should be tapped with. Hello, period. Now she might have to split some stuff now that there are other, the two other children. But I don't know how Kandi has her stuff set up. We're just entertaining this for a second. They're saying alimony plus asset protection were clearly defined. Kandi made sure her empire stayed safe if things ever went left. And yes, he signed it. Mama Joy stayed pressed, honey, until the pen hit the paper. The question is, will Todd try to challenge it? All right, Todd, what you need to be trying to challenge in my personal is the divorce, meaning, please, I'm down on my knees, begging you, please come. You need to get on your boys to men, maybe. Okay, that's what I think. I think you need to get on your boys to men. You might need to get a little bit on your Lloyd with player's prayer. Okay, girl, I'm on my knees. I promise I'll be good and I'll never do it again. Okay, whatever it is, I think you might need to pull those stunts. All right. But Kandi does seem to be very sure of her decision at this time. And I don't know, whatever makes her happy ultimately, because her happiness is the most important thing, because you want to make sure that your mind and your mental is where it needs to be as you continue to raise these two children that you guys have together. There have been times where we've seen whether they were on YouTube live or on the show, where complaints have been about Todd like hanging out too much at night, and then also him feeling like she works too much. That may have played a factor, in their relationship. But I don't know. I don't know. But I love the ambitious Kandi. I don't know how Todd felt. Maybe that got on his nerves. I don't know. Maybe she didn't, measure out her time good enough. Not sure. But I do know those were some things, as we've seen publicly, that has been an issue in the marriage, but not sure if that's the full reason as to why they are getting this divorce. And this is just a beginning announcement. Like, I haven't seen anything filed. Kandi has not filed as of yet, from my understanding, but she did come out and make a statement via people, letting the folks know that this is what she's gonna do. So I don't know. Maybe that was a sign for Todd. Like, I'm gonna put this statement out here, so you better get your stuff together. I'm gonna tell everybody we getting a divorce because I don't give a damn no more, right? And then that divorce talk could potentially be off the table at a later time. Who knows? right? So definitely wishing everybody the best because they have truly merged their families. Okay, his daughter, her daughter now have younger siblings. So they got to figure a lot of stuff out, not just as a couple, but as a family. So I definitely wish them the best of luck in that situation. Lastly, before I get out of here, I just want to say Porsha Williams signing. Porsha Williams, Real Housewives of Atlanta. Y'all know she had that incident that took place over on the Delta flight, right? With that old lady that was sending the video, obviously lying. Obviously lying. Let's be clear, okay? So I know Porsha wanted to fold that lady up because I wanted to fold her up for her. Understand? Okay, bringing your ass down here thinking you could talk to somebody any kind of damn way. I'm with Porsha. There's a nicer way you could have talked to me. Okay, we ain't take off yet. I know I probably shouldn't have this damn music up loud, but how we know it was loud, right? The way this lady came to the front and told lies, in my personal to this officer, and you got other passengers relaying what happened, saying Portia never touched her, this and that. This lady literally sat up here and lied. The microaggressions that this lady was giving off, I would not be surprised if Portia's volume wasn't even that damn loud. She just didn't have her headphones in. It probably wasn't blasting. Because, when you first get on the flight, it's really quiet. A lot of people ain't really saying that. And I can imagine how quiet it is over there in first class, right? So I doubt it was like blasting, but it probably was like at just like a volume to where that lady could hear. And she probably don't like that type of music that was on there. Or she didn't like what Portia was watching. So it's like, am I going to have to listen to this the whole flight? Because you came on here, you ain't even pull your headphones out, already got your stuff connected. You just playing the audio. And I doubt it was blasting. That's what I want to believe. That's what I made up in my own head, and I'm fine with it. You don't have to be fine with it. I'm fine with it. It wasn't even that damn loud. I'ma say it. Yeah, she could have had her headphones in, but it wasn't even that damn loud. That lady just wanted to say something to somebody because she felt like she could say something to somebody. And then when Portia asked her, "Well, do you want to?" I know that's fuck around. Well, do you want to, bitch? No. Okay, well then that's a better way you can ask me and talk to me. I don't know who the fuck you think I am, but I am not her. Okay. Understand. And then she called her BIT. We could do it. Oh, let's do it. We could do it. I'm not finna get put off the plane though. I'm not finna be put on the no fly list. But we could do it. Okay. Child, let me get up. Anyway, Portia has been cleared from my understanding. All right. They're saying that the U.S. Attorney's Office determined that there was no crime that was committed. Additionally, he shared that the FBI will not pursue any further investigations regarding this matter. And I slick feel like, but sir, y'all need to. All right. Y'all do need to pursue something. Y'all need to go and find that old lady for making a false report in my personal. Because she sat up there and said Portia hit her. All right. And I didn't put my hands on you, girl. Okay. And you have other people that witnessed it and saw that I ain't put my hands on her. That's making a false police report. Get it together. Charge her. Okay. Now, Portia did come to the front. From my understanding, um, let's see what she says. Sadly, nothing can undo the unfortunate and damaging press frenzy that ensued as a result of these false allegations, with many headlines that were downright defamatory. And this is why she needs to be reprimanded. Like, y'all gonna have to do something with this woman. Cause she lied. If y'all not gonna get her on the back end of the false report, I feel like hit her in them pockets and sue her. Cause, girl, what? What? Yeah, that's how I feel. They say at a minimum, Miss Williams is owed apologies by this passenger at the minimum by every publication that furthered the unsubstantiated storyline at Miss Williams' expense. They not fully wrong. They not fully wrong. People that may have tried to tailor this, because when it first came out, they were trying to say, "Oh, Portia is the center of a FBI investigation." Like that sounds extremely serious. Like that sounds like, oh my God, what did she do? Does it have something to do with Simon? After Simon having his situation, them just getting a divorce, him getting sent away, oh, because of ICE immigration, whatever he got going on, a lot of people thoughts went there. A lot of people did down in the comments. A lot of people asked, "Oh, what Portia did now? Da, 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 karma." A lot of stuff was said. A lot of stuff was said. So I mean, I understand, but y'all gonna have to make that lady pay. In my personal, I understand y'all also want to get at the blogs, however, or the media outlets that put out certain information salaciously, but you need to go over there and tap on Miss Ma'am's shoulder and get her, why ET over there trying to blur her face out. Nah. We in your face today. Go ahead and go get her. So they go on to also say, that Porsha is thankful to the many witnesses who took time from their schedules to come forward and provide statements to law enforcement and the agents who worked so hard to uncover the truth. I know that's right. I know that's right. So that's what's going on. Miss Ma'am lied on Porsha. Porsha is cleared in all charges. She is no longer a part of any FBI investigation. No federal investigation or none of that. Miss Ma'am is good to go. All right. But y'all need to go find Miss Betty. But that's all I got. I'm Jamie. That's me. Leave your thoughts and comments down below. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.
Tell him I preach to the choir. Stand with my feet to the fire. Give all the glory to God. Stand in the midst of these haters. I'm silent. Nobody can stop me. Just gotta check in my notification. Them numbers hit like it's a proxy. Cash died at the ATM. And the ATL, they done made a gym. I've been kicking doors like the ATF. Got them trying to clone me like Agent Smith. Game time, I invaded gym. High elevated, I can face the rim. Putting shots up. I got laser focus, about to take it over. I'm Invader Zim. On a trip to Florida like it's A&M. Who that nigga, man? They say I'm him. Spit the truth, never wasting film. I can feel the pool. We gon'